Hello, glad you're here. I'm Lori Gaelic. Welcome to part one of my series I am calling the Formula Series, where I explain 3 formulas that build off each other and eventually lead to unlocking the future of work. My background is learning and development with deep cross-functional expertise. The inspiration for this first video was honestly buzzwords. I was compelled to dive into one in particular, and when I did, I found that workflow, while it has mass appeal right now, will need to make some space for a few other pressing things. You'll see what I mean. Come on, let's go. Buzz, can you hear that? It's the workflow buzzword. Like everyone else, I jumped in on this workflow bandwagon. After taking some time to discover what it means to me, I've decided that I am sort of still on it, but only partially and for different reasons than most. When you think about the process of producing an output, you get a workflow. Amazing how that worked out. And by the way, workflows are not new. So what's the buzz? I've been looking at the workflow differently. A baseline, a performance baseline, folks. When you insert a novice or a problem into a workflow, you might expect to see a dip in performance or disruption in the workflow. Are you with me so far? Good. Enter the massive shift to workflow solutions. The new shiny penny. I see this singular obsession everywhere. According to the job postings of many companies, content now needs to be served up differently. It needs to live on different platforms and it needs to look different. I've seen terms like micro-learning, one-pagers, easy-to-scan assets. I don't disagree with the hosting or the formatting side of things. That's why I am partially in. Goodbye learning. Buzz, here we go again. Another buzzword, enablement. Hello, enablement. First, I was there. I was all in. I was ready to join others chasing this shiny penny. This meant a shift from creating and delivering massive one-and-done training events. No more overdone e-learning courses that result in a slow climb to the performance baseline. No more appetite for workers gradually applying what they have retained, if they retained anything at all. The L&D industry has all but bought into this workflow strategy. This new approach inserts quick bursts of content and answers to problems directly into the flow of work. This eliminates prolonged disruptions by enabling the worker with instant answers. Sure, it will result in more frequent micro hits to the performance baseline until workers make the connection between the problem and the solution. But because they have the solutions immediately, it no longer means a prolonged disruption to the performance baseline. Sounds good, right? Well, it did. Then I did the deep work and came to realize that no one is going to get very far chasing this shiny penny. When I looked at what these two approaches, the old, traditional learning, and the new, modern enablement, had in common, it gave me pause. They are both designed to eventually achieve the performance baseline. Man, was this a huge wake-up call for me. This was the exact breakthrough I needed and L&D needs right now. I'll get to that in a moment, but first, a reality check for some of my peers writing the resentful, companies think they can replace us with AI LinkedIn posts. I agree with the companies on this one. They sure can. AI can eventually reach and maintain the performance baseline, the status quo, without a single learning and development professional in the building. AI is spectacular at serving up content, answering localized queries, and streamlining symptom patching in the workflow. So, what exactly is the counter move for the L&D industry and my peers? What is your move? Are you using the keywords, changing your job titles, getting your AI certificates, and finding new and better ways to serve up text chunks? Are you competing with Claude, Gemini, and Copilot to reach the performance baseline? If you are, just know I've decided I am out of this race. I have some other moves I am pursuing. My value, our collective value as L&D professionals in this new normal, isn't solely on the learning or enablement side of things. And the technology has commoditized that. Our true, irreplaceable value going forward sits on the development side of learning and development. And organizational leaders and talent sourcers, I hope you are listening to this. Having the right person leading your learning function who recognizes this is the difference between the status quo and elevated performance. And it is through elevated performance that growth is achieved. Do you like how I avoided the high performance buzzword there? But that doesn't happen in just any culture. When you inject advanced tools into a stagnant legacy framework, your operations will only do one thing: automate the status quo. You reach the baseline faster. If you want to break that loop and truly elevate performance, you have to flip the formula. Culture must drive operations. I think back to all of the times I've chased the next new thing, knowing in the back of my mind it was still out of reach. Why? In most organizations, learning and growth were about compliance. If the formula changes, so does our ability to influence growth. I want to make sure that no one in L&D is overlooking this huge opportunity in front of us. So if I have piqued your interest, good. I plan on doing another video after this one, and then we'll see where it goes. In that video, I will offer my perspective on the opportunities for the development side of learning and development and how our roles have never been more important than now. I'll talk about the importance of collaboration with HR as they define the organizational culture part of this all. And by the way, HR, do you have a business partner like me who can help you embed continuous learning into your culture? I sure am ready to skip the buzzwords, stop wasting precious time, and talk about how to move past the status quo into a new era of value and growth. Ready for a conversation? My contact information is available next. I'm Lori Gaelic, and together we'll mend the cracks of your organization and strengthen the seams of learning and development.